Hi, I'm Renae Richardson, Director and Head Transformational Coach at Hone Your Harmony. I'm here to talk to you today about values. Part of our process here at Hone Your Harmony is helping people to understand what it is that they truly value, how they've been living through those values, particularly over the last 90 days. So, what have you been choosing to spend your time on, choosing to spend your money on? And what have you been prioritizing over the last 90 days? Once we determine what your values are and how you've been using those values, it's important to identify what values you may need to achieve your dream future. You can do this at home. So, what I would recommend is to find a quiet place where you can reflect, grab a journal or a notepad and close your eyes for a few minutes. Just take a few deep breaths so that you can be really centered in the process, and then allow your mind and also your subconscious to start just doing like a brain dump. So jot down all of the words that come to mind. They may be emotions, feelings, thoughts, but think about what is it that I truly value in life and just jot it all down. You may find at the end of this process, or you'll find yourself slowing down towards the end of this process. Just re-ask yourself the question a couple more times to figure out if there's any more values there. Then what you want to do is have a look at your list. Is there anything that's been duplicated? Is there anything on that list that you think is missing? Just take your time, think it through. And then the next part of the process, ideally, you'll have about 30 items, sometimes a little bit more or less, but around that is what you're probably aiming to get out of your first attempt. On that list, you will have values that both live by now and that you want for yourself in the future. And you'll also have values on that list that are possibly more vehicles that will lead you towards your actual end values. So, for example, you may have love on your list. That is generally an end value. You may have family on your list. What is it about family, though, that you value? Is it the time that you spend with your family? Is it love? Is it support that you get from your family or that you give to your family? Is it something else altogether? We all have things that we think are values and that we put a lot of importance to, but it's not necessarily the actual end goal or end value that we're thinking about when we say something like family. So take a moment, really think about what is it about family that you truly value, and that may actually be the value. Certainly it can actually be both. It can be the vehicle that gets you to your value, and it can be the value at the end as well. Once you've jotted down those thoughts, what you can do is, if there are any values that are if there are any vehicles on your list that are purely leading you to the value that you live or want to live by, you can cross those vehicles out. Then explore with your values list which of those is more important. So the process that you follow to identify your most important value would be to have them in a list, and from the first one on your list, compare that to the next one. So let's say you have love and connection as the top two on your written list, and you just ask yourself quickly, and whichever one comes first to mind is generally is the answer. So you might think, is which is more important, love or connection? Whichever one comes first, that is what you will have at the top of your list, and the other will be the next one down. So let's say you have love and connection, and love comes first in your decision making. Keep that there on the list. Then get your second value, connection, and let's just say passion is the third one on your list. You would compare the next two down. So you'll be comparing connection and passion. Which of these is more important to me, connection or passion? You'll make that decision and then move further down the list until you have put them all in order. And then the top 5 are your primary values that you have been living by over the last 90 days. So you want to reflect and think, are those the values that I've been choosing to spend my time, my money, my energy on? If you've come up with the top 5 and you reflect around how you have been spending your time and energy and money, if there are values missing from your top 5, it may be actually that you are desiring to have that, but not necessarily currently living through that value. Now, that's not a bad thing. We can actually install that value into your current values. And for more information on that, please feel free to reach out, send me a message, and Hone Your Harmony can help you work through your values and live through your values so that you can overcome some of the discomfort in the decision making that you're living day to day. If you're feeling frustration, stress, anxiety, it may be that you're feeling pressured or that you're putting pressure on yourself around the values that you're choosing to live by in order to satisfy a need. Of course, we all do this, and I can actually help you to live through your values by choice so that you can move towards the goals and dreams that you have for yourself and for your partner or family. So look forward to helping you, and I hope that this has been of value to you. Thanks.